On the lighter note, just to apologize, I said the way I said earlier, it's a bit rude, but I've been raised in a house where we sat on the floor a lot, so. And on a lighter note, since I have to sell something or stand up, it's easier to stand when you light. This Saturday is Universal Children's Day, yeah? So RandomAlphabets, the organization I'm part of, we're going to do a flash mob. And for the first time, we're trying to encourage children below the age of 18. I would like to see more and more kids come and participate as part of this flash mob. It's not just a youth thing, college kids, whatever. I really want to see kids, and I'm hoping that you guys will come and bring your little siblings, nephews and nieces, and kids and neighbors, children, whatever.
Actually, sorry if I can just interject, if we just take a step back, maybe there might be members in the audience who don't quite know what a flash mob is.
Okay.
So maybe if you could let us know about that.
So now let's step up the pitch. Okay, so fair enough. Anyway, that's in terms of attendance, that's who we'd like to see. And I just want to also step back in that I think some of you might be discussing how effective is this campaign here today, because we are in essence preaching to the converted. But that's the idea, we're speaking to you so that you speak to your people, maybe 10 more, maybe more. So, and hence the flash mob is supposed to generate publicity. Flash mob is an act where a large group of people, large depending on the size of the space, maybe 5, maybe 50, maybe 500, come together, do something bizarre, unannounced, and then disperse. The whole idea is supposed to capture the attention of the public. And then what we'll do is that we'll document this whole flash mob, put it on the video, and then put it on YouTube. For example, one of the most massive flash mobs ever done had only 200 people watching, but the YouTube hits today is about 18 million, so that's absolutely remarkable. And I'm not saying that I want to see 18 million, but hopefully with your support, you promote the video when it comes out, maybe it reaches 500,000, and then we'll celebrate, huh? Anyway, so what we're doing this Saturday is, I'm encouraging all children, big and small, to bring their parents, to bring their adults, to bring people they know, or bigger than them, to come to Wantama. UNICEF will be having a booth. We're going to meet there at 11:30, and I'm going to escort you to a secret location where we do a briefing, because we don't want to spoil the surprise. In essence, what the flash mob is going to do is, I'm going to get everyone to bring a blanket, hopefully a colorful blanket. So we're going to go to one place in Wantama, not the UNICEF booth, somewhere else. You're not going to know, you're not going to announce until you get there. It's going to be called hide and seek. You're going to hashtag hide, H-I-D-E, and the letter N and seek. 95% of the participants is going to crouch down, sit behind a chair, stand next to a wall with a blanket covered. And they're going to have wide smiles on their faces because they're going to be so excited over it, right? And then the 5% of the participants is going to look around, go around, and pretend to seek. So there's going to be a group pretending to hide, there's going to be a group pretending to seek. Now, if you're a member of the public, you're going to look at it and you're wondering, what the hell is going on? This is people playing hide and seek, like clearly they can see each other. And hopefully I can capture on video the expressions of people being shocked. And that often sells online, hopefully. So then we'll convert it into video, somewhere, I can't really explain here, but we'll record all that and we'll put it onto YouTube. And hopefully when you see it on YouTube, you'll help us promote too. Because in that video, we'll see messages about child abuse and stuff. Sometimes it is as simple as letting someone know that child abuse exists and it is around, that makes them think about child abuse and that helps them prevent from committing child abuse. I think, just to add on a different note, besides the flash mob, not so light note, is that I used to teach tuition to PMR and SPM kids for 5 years throughout the university. I used to do this just for money, not because I felt good. Honestly. But people think that child abuse is something that happens in poor families and stuff, but I had a student, I can't say his name, a very nice kid. And after we finished tuition at 10 o'clock at night, he'd have his driver waiting outside. This is a kid with his iPhone and his iTouch and his iPad and anything that makes me look poorer than him. So he'd have that, and the driver's waiting outside. He doesn't want to go home. He wants to hang out at the tuition center. And he's obviously got all the comfort he can get, but he doesn't want. He wants the company of his friends and his really difficult teacher. And on some levels, I won't go into detail, but when speaking to him, I do pick up now that I understand the definition of child abuse, that this kid was on some level abused as a child, even up to the age of 15, 16. So I suppose I want to point out about how, Marina brought up the point that children who are marrying below the age of majority are being abused. But also want to point out that don't have this impression that just poor families or difficult families experience child abuse. A lot of people here are definitely from comfortable families, and you go home, don't think that people in your neighborhood, like what Zain was saying earlier, don't experience child abuse. So really open your eyes and have a look at that. Thanks.
Thanks, Zain.